Welcome to Planit Butter. Welcome to Planit Butter.
Yay!
My world where I hopefully inspire you to build yours by being Intucentric, an immersive experience. Every episode is designed to provoke consciousness through entertaining perspectives and applied Intucentric philosophy, while recorded in a variety of international locations. As I embody my Intucentric way, you reflect on yours, and together we visit other worlds for occasional guest episodes and learn something cool. I'm Jordan Alexandra Blizzard Planet. This is From My Planet to Yours.
Yay!
Today we're visiting Alana Siddle in Alana's world for a healing session.
Yes.
And I'm super excited. We're going to put me on the spot. She's going to do her magic and we're going to see where it takes us as usual. Welcome, Alana.
Yay! It's so funny, like I was saying, doing it in person. I'm like, okay, I'm going to heal you in person now. I normally do it all online. So I'm like, whew, all right. Okay. It's so much more intense.
More intense in person. So I guess before we get started, so all of your sessions are typically online.
Yeah. With
people all over the world.
Yeah.
And each session is about an hour.
Yep. An hour. Always.
Cool.
Yeah.
Always 1 hour. And people just, how do you approach it?
How do I approach it? With no approach.
Amazing. Hell yeah. It's Alana's heals the style.
No, well, basically, over time I've fine-tuned my skills. Years and years of figuring out and trying to make it easier and faster and better. And just when I join a healing, I have no plan other than tapping in and then seeing what happens. But it comes through lots of different ways and then off we go. But it's mostly through conversation energy healing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you just tap, when you say tap in, you're tapping into the other person's energy and like their field, basically. And
life.
Cool.
Yeah. Every direction you can think of, I might be healing and chatting to and then helping it all come together. Like there might be plants, there might be people who've passed, there might be their soul, but I don't necessarily communicate all of that. It's like a big load of information of their world, actually. Their world.
Yeah. I love that.
Actually, I often describe it. It's like I'm popping into your world and
totally
seeing what it's like and then fixing it up, being like, do. Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. And then based on what resonates with each person as you're talking, you guys kind of piece it together.
Yes.
And because it's like what you're experiencing is there's accuracy to it no matter what, but navigating how it pieces together is kind of the partnership you experience with the person you're working with. Is that accurate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it depends on the individual, but it's based off the individual, and then how much it goes back and forth will depend on the person, if that's what I mean, like how much they share and where they want it to go and if they want to go there or not. Like,
cool.
As much as I'm leading it to some degree, it's really up to the person. Like people have doors closed and doors open, they share things and they don't, and they have to be wanting to heal certain things, otherwise the energy won't go there.
Sure.
But I'm kind of going, hey, over here there's this, like, can I heal it? This is the information. Okay, I'm healing it. This is what it's about. Do you understand it? Next piece. And then usually at the end it like joins into one big picture.
And how would you be able to, if at all, describe, because words are so fucking hard, obviously, especially with something like our intuition, as you guys well know, listeners, and Alana, of course, knows. So to the best of your ability, how could you describe when you're saying, I'm healing this part, whether or not they're willing to talk about it or not, but you actually do genuinely have this access and capacity to kind of send signal. How could you explain that? And even if you never have before, like what words could you possibly put to it now?
Like how the healing's happening? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Totally.
Like, it's a lot of things at once. But I mean, I think kind of in an overview of it, first of all, I use a lot of different methods, but I think the overview is there's a way of taking energy from one place and giving it to another. And there's also a way of making energy leave and energy change. So you can bring energy in, energy out, energy change. And so through my tools, usually when I'm channeling it, it's from the cosmos, but you can take earth energy and, there's all these different ways. So I'm usually sending that to someone, but also at the same time, energy can be releasing out of them. And energy also can be changing, like not leaving, but just changing inside. You know what I mean? Yeah, inside of them.
Sure.
Not coming in, not going out, changing.
Cool.
Yeah, so there's lots of different ways that happens. But for me, it's like it's all just kind of gushing and moving like a big flow of water.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then while it's flowing in any direction the information comes in, it's coming in. So in that flow of energy causing the healing, all this information about what's going on is like flowing down with it. And then I'm verbalizing it so the person understands it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when you started doing these, or as you evolved into them, I should really say, because you were just kind of, just how did this evolve? What could you say for someone to almost like someone who doesn't believe in something like this? How did you evolve into it for you to believe in it yourself, maybe?
I mean, I do think it has to happen from experience and results. I mean, you can have a concept that something might exist in the world, but until you experience it, you don't really know.
Sure.
And I think it's always a good way to decide whether something's true and also whether it's right for someone, because it's not for everybody, and not everybody lives the way I live or you live, or, you know, I don't live the way they live. And
sure.
So yeah, but when people want to know, I mean, like, they just have to go through a healing. I'm like, you just have to experience it. And do you get a result? And if you don't get a result, maybe it's not for you. And if you do, like, it should be very tangible. Like, oh, you know, this happened after. Holy shit.
Totally.
Amazing. They also have to be willingness to actually go through the experience. But yeah, I don't know. I've had some people who like don't necessarily, you know, do healing work, come in and have a result and be like, oh, you know, they don't understand it. They don't even necessarily believe in it. Maybe they believe it's just their mind. Like, it doesn't, I don't really care. I'm like,
it just works.
As long as it works.
Yeah.
You know.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so cool because you can work with all.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Because you really work with all types of people. And it's just further proof of like what that energy work, because it's all energy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if like the ability to channel it, it's just willingness to open yourself up first initially to it, and then recognize that you have the capacity to then connect that to other energies in physical form. Like, it's really it's wild, but that is it's so simple at the same time.
It is, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm like, it's so obvious and so unexplainable, but life is unexplainable. I mean, people ask, how's it work? And I can give you an explanation and I'll change it depending who I'm talking to and what I feel like they're trying to understand. But at the same time, I mean, it's life. I don't know. Like,
totally.
You know.
It's so cool.
What's going on?
Well, that said, should we see what's going on in Planit Butter?
I get to go into your world.
I know. It's so funny because we're visiting Alana's world, but you're still visiting Planit Butter at the same time. Yeah. Well, I guess that's really what any experience Alana as well. Yeah, totally. It's like it's the dance. Yeah. It's the dance. All right. Well, get in here.
All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, do you have something specific you want to work on?
I want to see what you discover.
Okay. All right.
Dig in.
I'm like, oh, all right. Being filmed doing it. This is interesting. For you, more for the
I know.
I feel like
very
you're brave.
I know.
I'm like, all right, but let's see. Okay.
We're kind of used to it. With
Yeah. And also, you know, as you know, you'll see me, depending which way I'm healing each session, will change. Like, sometimes I'll be pulling expressions because I sense the energy.
Sure.
Sometimes I'll be really still, and other times I'll be like, really like, oh, watching it, and other times I'll be very direct.
Cool.
It just will move. So let's see.
So I also want to preface for anybody watching, you'll be able to witness Alana's way of channeling. Anybody listening, if there's silence at any point, it's still part of the channeling. So just stick with us. Yeah, stick with us. The sound did not drop out. You didn't lose connection unless you did. Yeah, but
if it takes 10 minutes, you lost
connection.
Then you
definitely did.
If it's a minute,
but
wait.
Then she's just piecing some puzzle pieces
I'm
together.
like, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, let's do it.
Let's boogie.
All right. I'm so excited. I'm like, woof.
This is really bold,
like,
guys.
So, it's so bold on every level. I'm like, woof. Okay,
goes to like our deepest parts, and I'm displaying it.
Yeah, so. And I'm like, and there's there, and then there's there, and there's okay. Let's see.
And Alana does not typically do this in person, so any one of you watching or listening can just shoot her an email and work with her.
Yeah.
I just happen to know her in person and have this
incredible
luxurious experience. And I think being the lucky one also requires this quote unquote bravery, which I did a perspective dance with bravery on an episode a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
How it's not bravery, it's just Intucentric about a lot of different things. Just to reframe this, because it's not brave, guys. This is just life, and we're just sharing it so that other people can experience the most expansive version of their lives as well.
And it's brave.
And it's really bold, I'll say.
Bold. You are bold, girl.
Bold. She's a bold babe.
She's bold.
Bold,
All right.
bold Bali babe.
Let's see what's in there.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
First of all, it's a bit sick feeling. Whew, and a shock.
Whoa.
What'd you eat this morning?
I had scrambled eggs, some bruschetta, avocado, and little home fried potatoes and coconut water.
Okay. Do you normally eat dairy?
Not really.
Do you ever notice a reaction, Dairy? By the way, like when we're doing physical things, like you really got to decide for yourself what's true or not, just as a pretense. Like I share what I get, but
it's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't typically eat it just because it just doesn't, like I just prefer oat milk and or cashew milk.
Yeah.
Cheese I just don't really eat ever.
Yeah.
There's feta. I do eat feta sometimes.
Yeah. It's a nausea feeling start away with the dairy. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of intense, and there's going to be something underneath that, so I'm going to go into it.
Yeah. Cool.
And then a bit of an overwhelm in your throat and your body from the dairy. So, feels like you're suppressing something, which is, by the way, not necessarily a bad thing, as we both know. Like suppression, sometimes something's too much, and we need to suppress.
Okay.
Like suppression can be good. Like
cool.
Sometimes I'm working with clients, and I'm like, cool. If that gets too much, you know where your suppressor is. Go smash it. Like like. I'll use a suppressor. I know what mine are. And if something gets too strong or too risky, I might shut down something intentionally.
Okay.
But if you are showing up right now. Oh, yeah.
Question. Is it for the capacity to be able to acknowledge it when you have the capacity to acknowledge it, would you say? Like a positive suppression? As you're putting it?
Yeah, exactly. So like using myself as an example, like obviously I can feel lots of things and tap into energy. Sometimes it'll get really strong and quite intense. And even with that might come like a degree of risk. Like I might not, just the risk could be as simple as I need to work and give healings. I'm getting so like chucked in my own energy, I can't function and I have to, you know? So I know what my suppressors are, like sugar, and I'll like go eat it and it'll like tone it back down. So not always, sometimes, you know, you need to take your suppressions off because it, you know, taking mine off connects me to who I am. Not that these things are bad, but it can be the wrong moment and everybody's body is different. Yeah. So with everything, like one person's body, I'd be like, go smash dairy. And someone else's, I'm like, that's your suppressor, you know? So it's depending on the person, so many different energetics. But generally a suppressor is like the way we stop something, right? So the benefit of a suppressor, like of course normally in healing we discuss getting rid of suppressors, because they're usually covering something we're trying to process or resolve. But when you start really opening up, sometimes they can be good. Sometimes if something's too much, you know, you just kind of go like, oof, tone that back down. You know. But anyway, dairy. So I'm gonna give you a statement first. If you just say I process the dairy in my body.
I process the dairy in my body.
So I can feel clear.
So I can feel clear.
So why are you suppressing what you're going to heal today? Okay. Whoa. What's going to happen?
Interesting though.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like I work so hard to not suppress things. And so it's so interesting. That's why I'm like, tell me, like let's do this.
And you're so open. That would probably be very true. But we all have them. I mean, I've never met someone that I'm like, you don't have a suppressor. I'm like, no, we all got them. Like, I've never met someone being like, whoa, you're just your true self all the way through, 100%, which would be no suppressors.
Like, interesting.
You know, So, okay, so let's see. I feel like this is going to be deep. Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Just so you know.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you plan on having kids in this life? Is it something you want?
It's not been something that I've planned or wanted. I've always more so said, I hope I have the choice when it becomes time to think about it.
Yeah.
That's been my framing because I've witnessed people simply not have the choice.
Yeah. How old are you now?
30.
Okay, so you still have time. Don't know why it's showing up. It's like a feeling of a bit of pressure to have the option, even though you have a long time. So, you know how last time we were working on like meeting somebody romantically?
Yeah.
That's me.
If you're out there,
if you're out there,
I know you're out there, just somewhere. Knock on my door.
Yeah. There's something about this. So let me just see.
Okay.
And obviously, as you know from last time, sometimes what happens is the dots begin and people are like, but at the end they're like, because the picture comes together.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just a stress about, and in your throat, about something about meeting someone and having kids and the dynamic that'll give you in life.
That's shocking to hear. Because I lean towards not wanting kids.
Yeah. And I was just checking, are you being somebody else? No, this is you. Yeah. Oof.
Definitely not being someone else.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't do it if I tried.
Yeah. Well, some people do. So I was just they energetically
totally
carry. But
sure.
There's a shock in your brain. Okay. If you just say, I can think. You're like, really?
I'm literally so shocked. I did have a conversation yesterday with a woman who was like asking about having kids.
Yeah.
She was like, she said, I don't have kids. I don't want to have kids. But if I did have kids, I know what I would do with them. But I finished her sentence and I said, I know what I would do with them. Because I knew what she was going to say. And I have the same thing because I'm like, I don't lean towards wanting kids.
Yeah.
I frame it as, I hope I have the choice when it comes time to even think about it.
Yeah.
And if I had kids, I also know what I would do with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've thought about it to the extent of like, well, I just know that they wouldn't be normal. Like whatever normal. I'm like,
I don't know why.
I wonder why. I don't know why they wouldn't be normal, but like it just there would be nothing traditional about their way of being because I'm like I wouldn't like I'm not gonna suddenly be one of those people that like.
Although you never know, maybe a kid will come out and just be like, "Oh, hi, mom. I really want to go mainstream," and you'll be like,
"You gotta go.
Get back in there.
Adoption agency instantly.
Can I reverse this? Can I send it back up?
I'll visit you wherever you go, kid.
Yeah.
But nah, you gotta go." Oh my God.
Hey, look, I understand. I've never really wanted kids, and the rare moment I've seen this kid that keeps trying to come through for me, and I'm like, get out.
Get out.
It's like the straightest, most planned child. I'm like, whoa.
That's so crazy.
That would be wild.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, I guess it would be a challenge.
A big challenge. What the fuck? Okay,
keep
going.
Okay,
this is crazy.
If you just say, I consider what it would be like to have kids.
Okay. This is really crazy, guys. That's harder to say.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, stress. That's what happens.
Wait, say it again.
I consider what it would be like to have kids.
I consider what it would be like to have kids.
Yeah, that happens when
I feel disgusted.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's what we're gonna heal. I mean, who knows if you will? And you know, little did she know it was there.
I'm like, I feel appalled. Actually, I'm like, don't.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't open this.
I don't want that. Actually. Because the framing is like a protective layer of like, I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's like, true, I want the choice, but it's also a defense mechanism of like, no fucking way.
Hey, I get it. I've been like, nuh-uh, get the fuck out.
Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay.
And it's good to know that as I heal, you know, it doesn't mean you have to do it, but I'm going to open the track of where the blocks are. And the aim is therefore the person has the option if they want.
The true option.
Yeah. Like they don't just have blocks in a path that's like, hey. Okay. So you say, I know what it would be like to have a baby of my own.
I know what it would be like that. Oh my God. I know what it would be like to have a baby of my own. Wow, it's so hard.
Yeah.
And I feel your energy as well, obviously.
Yeah, because you're next to me as
yeah,
well,
like
so it gets stronger.
Yeah, it's way stronger. Like
Yeah.
I feel it. And I'm obviously very sensitive as well.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. I told you it'd be wild. I was like, well, we're doing this in person.
This is really
and people are gonna watch this.
This is really
I like people go, can I do it in person? I'm like, no, trust
don't
me.
want that.
We only need to be online.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So and then there's like kind of an overwhelm and disgust. If you say I heal my womb,
I heal my womb,
and then a shock about your birth, yourself, you being born.
Cool.
So when you think about having babies, you go back to your own birth. So and then you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? So
I heal my womb.
Yep. And then you think about why on earth you're here, and you're just like, why the fuck am I here? And it's just like a bit of a blank feeling, like a blank page, not inside of you, but looking.
Sure.
And then a bit like you're looking around, you're like,
Earth.
I don't know.
I mean, hence planet. Like I literally made my business
another
another world. Hello. I don't keep this a secret. It's like my whole thing is like I'm visiting Earth. I'm relating Planit Butter's perspective to Earth's society because I don't get it.
Whoa, that is shocking. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. This makes sense. This is crazy.
Yeah, and I was just reading your books because I just never do anything other than sit in my house and heal myself. So.
Join the club
and go to the spa on the beach. But
Yeah.
I was like reading this and I was like literally thinking, whoa, she's like really is making her own world. I was like, how far away is she from?
How far from Earth did she go?
Yeah. Okay, so why are you here?
On Earth?
Yeah.
Sick. Why am I here?
Thoughts you've pondered, feelings? Whoa, that's dizzy.
Whoa. I mean, I feel a huge weight of responsibility to change the Earth.
Yeah.
For the best.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what the sentiment of Planit Butter is at its core, is this desire for structural change, like especially from, of course, my own conditioning of like Western systems, of just like the operational system that exists and the way of thinking, which is why my type of writing and words and perspective and phrases and concepts, all of these things they're all entirely rooted in what exists with an entirely flipped perspective, because that's my strength, is knowing myself, being solid in myself, being comfortable with sharing myself like this truly, and sharing that from the non-conventional way of being so that others can benefit from it. And I feel like my why of being here, it's like I've had this inner knowing and understanding that Planit Butter's growth was in the earliest stages would be this really long term, like the long game in like a romance, right? It's like the long game with Planit Butter. Sustainability of the nature and the spirit of Planit Butter for me has always been very clear that this is a timeless evolution, the sentiments, because it's changing an operating system. It's inviting people forward, but it's rewiring what already exists so that you can move forward. And that rewiring, I think, is what throws a lot of people off about Planit Butter. Yeah. And it's what I feel so fucking clear on from day one, is like, I know I'm doing a rewiring, and to rewire the collective and rewire myself, but rewire myself in part, but in part naturally being this way. So balancing that, embodying that, and sharing that, there's something about that rewiring that feels like my why, my purpose is this operational system that we've been born into, that I see because of Planit Butter filming and recording and immersing in all these other cultures and countries. I have this experience of, I've previously said in the intro, of relating Planit Butter's perspective of being Intucentric to Earth's current society, because it's not cultural, it's humans. And so it's like, what do I experience? What do I notice? What do I observe across humans? And where is it? Where am I changing it? And I see everything in my books, it's like, and everything that I share weekly and the publication, it's like these tweaks in perspective are changing that operating system. So my why just sits and lives in this operating system. My why is this change. And it's like, I need to sit in my operating system and intuitively map that for myself, for the collective. And that's where I'm like, this is my why. This is why I'm on earth. Like that. And that just is, it gets stronger and more expansive more and more. And I've been reflected this accuracy of that knowing through my personal external world, which is where the balance of ego and intuition comes in. Is like, my intuition is my knowing of this, and then the ego is the actualizing of it, my sense of self, as Planit Butter frames it. And so my sense of self being nurtured and supported by the universe and by those around me, and the path lighting up the way it has been the thing that reinforces me. Whereas most people assume that because Planit Butter, for example, barely makes fucking anything money-wise at this stage, they assume, like, why are you still building it? What are you doing? What is it? It's not traditional. I don't get it. And it's like, my clarity doesn't waver because the universe meets me time and time again with that you are doing your why. And the financial components come in when they come in because of my why, because I've built the structures that allow for the money to come in and allow for more people to be reached, because that's really what the money is matched with. Most of the time, it's like, the more people I can impact and reach, the level of visibility I can have, the level of reach. And I think that there's like there's a dance of reaching people, and with my why, and my why being this long-term thing that is long-term. It's because of the timelessness that has just always rung true for me in its developments. And I don't know how, that feels like the best way I can explain why I feel like I'm on earth, and the dance between that, the necessary finances and the necessary reach and impact on the collective. And through my travels on this earth, which is the comedy of it to me, is I'm like, everywhere on earth is the same and so different, and all humans are the same and so different. And my ability to connect with all of them and immerse with all of them, and find that my philosophy, as I share it in every single culture, genuinely resonates with every single person I talk to, regardless of the language. I'm like, my why is that much more clear, and I'm impacting and reaching people personally, in person, through my travels. The difference is that visibility reach of maybe the internet and the capacity that it has to more quickly reach more people. And I'm obviously now going into my own, like, sort of channeling of like where this is leading me, but that's what's mapping out as that's the path that just kind of was word vomiting, obviously, through me.
Do you think like the way I was thinking of it when you were saying it, like, it feels very accurate when I listen to you? And like, I really wouldn't say that unless I felt it personally. I'd be like, actually, what about this? Like, but I'm like, yeah. And it's interesting because I think humans might find that hard sometimes to understand. But the way I was seeing it is like, you know, like, you literally do say, my planet to yours, but it is another way of thinking about it. It's almost like you're a different country, and and most humans, you know, are Australia and you're America. Probably a terrible example, but you're from Hoochie Coochie and I'm from and you speak a total different, therefore, language and existence and way of seeing the world. You know, like, if you come from India, or, you know, of course, and I come from Australia, we generally come from different views and perspectives and languages, and then we cross, and for a while you're a bit like, you know, you think that someone going like this means something, but it actually means something else. You know, like, your languages and your body conversation can almost be having opposing meanings, yet eventually, as your cultures cross, like in Australia is a great example, so much cross culture, it becomes melted into one, and everyone starts moving and understanding these different ways of existing and integrating them. So, like, I'm kind of thinking, even though yours is like you're from another planet, and then you're coming to Earth and being like, and everyone's like, huh? But it's like you're speaking a different language and coming from a different view, and it's not the way that we've learned in our culture to converse. So therefore, when you come in, people are like, I understand you, but I don't understand you. But it's eventually it'll integrate, like just like any culture coming into a new place. At the beginning, people are like, what? But eventually you start to understand one another.
There's like a culture shock.
Yeah.
Planit Butter
You're a culture shock.
Planit Butter is a culture shock. Oopsie. You're welcome.
And it's interesting the part you're saying about rewiring. I was like, it was really, I thought, right, that's the way your energy moves. But there was something else I want to like kind of find about that. Like, I guess when you think about wiring, like you're using, like I'm just wondering what you're using to rewire. Because although you're using words and images, like you're recording and sound, I do think you're actually using energetics, which
Correct.
I know, you could say we're all energy, but I mean, some people really operate in like an energetic, and other people really operate in a physical, and others really operate in a sexual or a mental, or, yours is on a very energetic. So although you're trying to like converse almost through a different language, and although people might not be instantly getting it, some part of them somewhere is, what I feel like you're really translating is the energy that you're trying to converse over more than the words.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Yeah.
Because that's, well, it's cool to be mirrored that, because that's part of why I struggle to communicate sometimes in the English language. Because I'm like, so much of Planit Butter's work is energy work.
Yeah. And a different language.
And a different language. And it's that, like, even half playfully, it's like my massages are meetings. I say I'm meeting with Planit Butter because I am. Like it's like, it looks luxurious, it looks relaxing, it looks like a whatever. But if you like tapped into my mind during a freaking massage, I'm channeling what needs to be channeled from Planit Butter as I see it through the collective. Like that's how that's the experience, because I'm like, I'm mapping what needs to be like sent out through me. And that's a small example, because it's like, I mean, I'm constantly doing my breath plays and my meditations and immersing in life the way I feel called to. But it's like a big thing that's been integrated, that's coming through now, that I'm realizing I should say, is the concept of Wu Wei, which is really just effortless action. It's doing if you're familiar with it. So it's, or anybody.
No, but that was I understand what you're saying energetically.
Cool. So and for anybody listening, Wu Wei is, they translate it as effortless action. And it's really just when it's basically do nothing until what you need to do feels natural. Whatever that is. It's the idea of, it's not passive action, it's effortless action. It's just doing what comes naturally. The actions that come naturally.
Flow.
It's flow.
It really is flow. Yeah, that's how I would describe flow. I've played with teaching others like healing methods, that are total flow, which is like everything as it shows up, you express, which is what you're saying as well. It's interesting that you said that, because I was just about to say why Planit Butter? Like, why do you channel from there? Like, I know where I often channel from and why.
Sure.
Like, and yours is Planit Butter that you're bringing it from.
Yeah.
I know that that's kind of obvious, but even you were saying your energetics come from there.
Yes.
So your, the way you draw energy.
Yes.
But then I think you answered it. I think it's like that Wu Wei, that flow. Is that kind of how you would summarize what you're trying to like give to people? If you were to just go like 2 words or 1 word, would say, what's the question? Would you describe what you're channeling from Planit Butter to the earth as Wu Wei or flow? Like, is that what you're really trying to, or how would you describe it? Like if you had to give it like a really quick pop.
Well, I've said this as well on episodes where it's like, when people ask for like 1 or 2 words, or like say it, I have a whole rant that I will not do right now, so I'm not going to bring this up, but the word is Intucentric, because that's the name of my philosophy. I made it up, right? But the word is Intucentric because it's applicable across literally any and every context, is being Intucentric. Because Wu Wei is a different concept from other culture, right? So it's like but is Planit Butter Wu Wei?
That was cute.
I know. But it's like what's the character?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a Donald Duck.
Thank you for calling it cute.
That's adorable. I loved it. Aww, no baby. You
I hit my room. I give birth now.
Yeah.
By the way,
we are talking about birthing your company, although you've already birthed it. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's that other
Ooh,
degree.
wait, ooh,
Yeah.
that's another. It is.
You
Well,
were
it
talking
is.
about
That was
things
birth.
dying and transition
Yeah.
and butterflies
Yes.
and that as well.
Super
and
significant.
birthing,
And
yeah.
I always pay attention to the animals around me. That's a big
Yeah.
one. But right before recording, guys, there was a huge dead frog, and then a grasshopper jumped on me in the shower. And then when I like moved because I felt the tickle, didn't realize it was the grasshopper. It jumped off me and drowned. It was so sad. Anyway, yes. So I say the one word is just Intucentric, which obviously then invites more questions. But that leans back in more to my purpose of I like to lead with that because
What does it mean?
So
like, can you put it in a?
So the Intucentrism, as the name of the philosophy, is the collaboration between your ego and your intuition. Being Intucentric is the way of the philosophy.
Yeah.
That definition is leading with your intuition while prioritizing self-control and self-expression.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's all these other concepts and things. But to answer your question is what am I ultimately encouraging is, it would just be flow. But it's the level of intelligence and articulation that I invite for the audience and for anybody that ever crosses paths with Planit Butter is because saying flow doesn't do it justice, even though ultimately that is what it is for every soul on this earth. It is flow.
Flow in connection also to earthly existence. Is that also what you're conversing? Like the fact that don't just be in flow, like, man, I'm just in flow, but like there can also be like, yeah, I do have an appointment here, right?
Like very directive flow. Yeah. It's like, that's why it's your Intucentric way. So it's like, I embody my Intucentric way. I put it on display. Yeah. And you reflect on yours. Okay. Is that true? So it's that's what it is though. It is ultimately simplified one word. Yeah. Flow is a great one. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's I think my issue with it would be that connotation, which is a big thing that Planit Butter dances with all the time. And I put everything as perspective dances because I'm playing with the same truths that everybody says or connotations that everybody says across cultures. Same truths, same phrases, same concepts, same sentiments. I'm just changing the perspective, which is that rewiring. Same wires, just what if we put this one over here? What if we put this one over here? Right. And you looked at it like this. Because everything is rooted in your own empowerment. So it's flow, but it's your flow based on what makes you feel the most empowered and aligned. And then I further define alignment as our role in the universe. Yeah. So that is like your most ideal self. And it's like, all of the concepts of what being Intucentric is integrate together to allow you to optimize you. And so that optimization becomes flow.
I really love though the idea of and then I have another thought. It's just like, to me, whenever you say, I'm like, right, it's really like a cross of cultures. Because like, again, you can, have a Chinese culture come in and you're like, from England, and initially you're like, but then as a cross, you're like, actually, I do love the way that they pronounce this word or this food, and like, you're not necessarily totally chucking out that you're from England, but now you've got a bit of China in there. You're like, you take the good bits and you swap the parts that weren't as good. Like, I feel like you're really crossing the cultures. And there was something else I wanted to say, which is, do you feel like you have your whole world set up here, or do you feel like you almost have it?
Here in Bali?
No, like your Planit Butter world, the world that you are building.
Yes.
That you're like bringing that world here.
Yes.
Do you feel like you've got it all here, or are you almost there?
I don't believe it's ever here or there. I see it as a perpetual evolution. Like, I believe I am Planit Butter. So it's like, I'll say like my ego is Planit Butter. My sense of self is Planit Butter because it's my purpose. It's my direction. It's what fuels my role in the universe. So I'll say Planit Butter's perspective of something is this rather than I, because it's like, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily me. Like any artist will say like they like it's from somewhere else, it comes through them, right? So it's like Planit Butter is just the thing that comes through me. However, because I've partnered it with my sense of self, that's the part that people there's like that harder thing to wrap your head around, because I'm not just outsourcing it, I'm outsourcing it and I'm taking responsibility and saying I'm embodying what I'm what I'm really outsourcing, because it's like it's not me, it's this energy that I can't explain, but I do explain it and I do conceptualize it. So do I have it? Yeah. But it's never done because it's energy. Like it transfers. It's like there's not going to be like, it's just going to forever evolve. And the perspectives, like that's the timelessness again. It's like I've really have built from scratch this, and like talk about piecing things together. That's what it is. It's like there's this character on the world, Blissy. She's a disco ball of self-reflection, playfully, but everything has deeper meanings, of course. And I wrote the first book before I knew what Blissy was. I knew her name and I knew the longer version of her name, and I crafted those definitions. So blisserance is living in harmony with oneself, and then Blissy is like playful and short for it. And so the book was written, but I didn't know what Blissy was yet. I didn't know what the character was yet. And I'm like, what is she? What is she? So I'm like channeling, asking, what is she to the universe, right? To Planit Butter. What, like, I don't know. And like feeling into it. I'm like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And like just letting it come to me. And that's, that's like part of the, like kind of a simple, playful way of sharing the evolutionary aspect of it. It's like what it reveals itself with time. And she just became that. Blissy became this disco ball of self-reflection, and it works because it leverages this Western concept of like, oh, like a ball of joy. So it's like ball of, and it is a disco ball. So it's like we're talking about something tangible that does exist in human, like people know what disco balls are. They understand it's made of these tiny little mirrors. So if I say a ball of self-reflection and it's a personified ball of self-reflection, like everything's just like layered in this way that people can grasp, even though it's coming through this weird energetic evolution of sorts. And that timelessness is that it's like these components of like these things that are never going to go anywhere so long as humans exist, like the ego and the intuition and taking responsibility and like boundaries and confidence, like all of these things that are in my core concepts, and the need for making decisions. Like there's nothing that being Intucentric cannot be applied to. So that's where the timelessness comes in, which is, so then the world, I'm like, it's just always going to evolve as it, like it's never going to be done. It's just always going to be present and hopefully forever impacting.
Yeah. Definitely get that. But also I think, so what I was probably there for when you reply, I was like, yeah, I get what you're saying, that constant evolution. But I was feeling like this little part that you need in this sort of this trajectory you're currently on. And then you know how there can kind of be like the next part.
Sure.
You know, if you're sort of to like create a segment. Well, I was feeling this little part missing. And as you're talking, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Like you're talking about using the disco ball to make it, you know, saying graspable. You know, like I'll often say, okay, well, it's like eating an apple. Like I'll try and, you know, make it very like physical so people can comprehend what I'm trying to communicate sometimes. And I reckon in there's something a little bit missing. So if you say, cool, I know how to humanize things.
I love that. I know how to humanize things.
And then I'm not scared to see humans.
I'm not scared to see humans.
I heal my shock about how some humans exist.
I heal my shock about how some humans exist.
I forgive humans for what can sometimes be cruelty.
I forgive humans for what sometimes can be cruelty.
And there's something very shocked there. I forgive anyone who's hurt me.
I forgive anyone who's hurt me.
I know how to humanize my work so humans understand it.
I know how to humanize my work so humans understand it.
Yeah, because actually, well, let me finish my sentence, and then I'm going to get the next part. I was thinking, that's very hard to get to. The next point is, I know how to make my planet understood by humans.
I know how to make my planet understood by humans.
I accept I need to humanize myself a bit more.
I accept that I need to humanize myself a bit more.
To be able to translate my planet to humans.
To be able to translate my planet to humans.
Oh.
This is hilariously so on brand. It's scary. This is wild.
That's the aim. Like, a lot of people say to me, whoa, you just reflected back to me who I am beyond anything. I've never been able to say it outside myself. Like, yeah. That's the aim. So the birthing a kid kind of comes in here. I know if I need to have a child to earth myself. Doesn't mean you have to.
Okay.
Just it's
like,
well, it just means you have to find a different way then. Sometimes we use
Planit
little
Butter is
tricks.
my baby, though.
Yeah, I know, but there's some
Okay.
earthing needed. Doesn't have to be a baby. You just have to find a different way then.
Like a dog?
Like my baby.
Okay, what did I need to say? This is so funny.
I know if I need to have a baby to earth myself.
I know if I need to have a baby to earth myself.
So often a child will give to a parent like the thing that they're missing, which is, especially if someone's like really heading in a track and they need an extra oomph. Like, my intuition always threatens me with it. I want a kid. My intuition's like, you're gonna have a kid. I'm like, oh, hurry up! Like, don't make it. I'm gonna fast on. Sorry. I was slowing down and relaxing for a bit there. So sometimes like babies often will be like the energy, like, which is why, you know, my kid is likely to be like this incredibly structured, like super powerful human that's just like the opposing opposite of me.
Yeah. So super powerful in a different way.
Yeah, and in a
Just
complete structure, like you know, engineer is
super
like
flow,
yeah,
not structured.
Yeah,
right.
So yours is like earth. Right.
Ooh,
okay.
Whoa.
Doesn't mean you have to, and doesn't mean it will always be that. It's just right now. Like, it could be something different as you change, and maybe you won't, and maybe you will, and maybe as you evolved, it wouldn't be earth. You'd need something else, or you know. But it's just saying right now, and also. Sometimes it likes to trick us into doing things. So just if you really don't want a kid, it'll be like, well, then you better get more earth faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the baby note, on the earthing part. Yeah. I know how to be on this earth without no, it's not hating. You don't hate it. It's
I love Earth.
yeah,
Like a
without
lot.
without I know how to be on this earth without being too gone.
I know how it's a hard one to say. I know how to be on this earth without being too gone.
Whoa, I think that'll sort out a lot of anytime you feel like scrambled or
unearthly.
Yeah, because for you, I mean, it is whatever we're meant to do. Often we have like the opposite challenge. Not everybody, but
Sure.
like if yours is like another planet trying to like cross culture with Earth,
Yeah.
then yours is like understanding the Earth culture, right? Which means you have to somewhat like, if you don't understand it, if you're not integrated enough, you can't necessarily translate, right?
Totally.
So yeah.
Hence,
Yes, you actually know her.
So
You can speak. No,
permission granted. So
talk anytime.
my question then it's interesting, and again on the vulnerability standpoint of things.
Yeah.
So what I've found with this time in Bali, I've felt the most pulled and desire toward deepening my relationship to the land and the people.
Yeah.
More than ever. And I've always I felt that connection to Bali when I first arrived, and my first couple of years being mostly based here, where I'm like, oh, Bali is my home. Like, I feel at home here. But I would still like all these other countries, travel, blah, blah, blah. And that I love traveling, and I love exploring other people and cultures and belief systems and all these things. And I treat everywhere like home. But Bali is the one place that what's coming through as the sentence is like, that treats me like home. Like, yeah. And I've never said that. Like, that's why I prefaced it the way I did. Because I've previously framed it more as like, I feel the most at home in Bali, but I'm realizing as I'm saying this that even though, yeah, as I just said, I treat everywhere like home, genuinely, because I'm like, Earth is my home. But I feel the most connected at home in Bali. And now I'm realizing as I'm saying that, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's how I process. Bali treats me.
Do you want to go again?
At home.
Do you want to say it again?
No, I was like, no, 2 times is good, but thank you. I'm so innocent. I'm so innocent. I was like, I think 2 is okay. Maybe 3 might be.
Throwing a little slag in there. So what you doing? Oh, she's messing. Oh, she's Australian. Oh, she's coming in hot.
And it's so weird. Sometimes I'm like, I'll be on it with like that, and then other times I'm like this really innocent child that like.
Talking about cross cultures though, like I go to America and I'd like crack a sag and they're like, "Oh, poor you." I'm like, "It's a joke. Like it's true. Yes, it's shit, but it's funny because you're playing on how shitty it is, and then you're cracking a joke about it, so you can laugh about it, so you can process it. Oh, now you feel really bad for me. Okay, I'm just gonna go. You guys are so direct, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I really love it that you cannot slag.
No, it's so funny. It's true.
I've offended a lot of people around the
world.
I
bet. It's good though. We need it. We'll shake it up. A little culture shock from Alana's world. But the question and so with it's been interesting because this time with Bali, I'm feeling that much. I feel like I've connected to the version of myself that I'm like fully here. Like I actually feel like I could, just to tie it to this conversation, I'm like, I feel like I can be more earthly now. Yeah. Whereas it's almost like previously, because of like relationships in my upbringing and as I've worked through them in my 20s, I'm like, oh, I didn't like any of that. Yeah. And so that's kind of the maybe like as the sense of self part of this, that's not just the connection to the other parts. It's like the sense of self that I've had has always been very strong, thankfully, yet there have been so many parts of myself that I guess, frankly, the only way to say it would be that I like to take the full responsibility would be like, there are parts of myself I didn't like because why is that? Because the people around me I didn't like. And if those are the people that I'm around, then that means I don't like these parts of myself. Right. But I had to learn what those parts are because it's like you can't choose your family, right? So it's like, who are we raised by? Who are we surrounded by?
Chose them.
Technically speaking, from an energy standpoint, we do choose them, and I firmly believe that. I know, but for the really for the audience, like to a degree, we do choose them. Yeah. But because that's kind of far out, for the purposes of like humanizing things, which I'm getting really good at now because Alana's killing me. I think having like neutralized a lot of all of the relationships that ever needed it in my life and the parts of myself and all this all that stuff, I feel like I'm in a place now with myself where the people that I am surrounded by and the community that's here, I'm like, oh, and because of all the places I've traveled as well, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite community. These are my favorite people. Yeah. Even with not having people that I'm like so ultra close to, like in terms of like, it's like, I feel close to you, but like, have we only recently met? Absolutely. Yeah. And it's like understanding and appreciating that I can be trusting, open, vulnerable, and confident in our dynamic, even though it's new, just because we do have that connection and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is someone I feel very comfortable with, and allowing that comfort and allowing that across the board with other friendships, with potential romance, with the home that I'm in, with the street that I'm on, like all of these things that I'm like, wait, I've been around the world. This is my favorite street. This is I've been blessed with 2 houses on this street, 3 actually, that because I bopped, but like I was still given like the universe literally sent me the exact coordinates of like proximity to my favorite street, my favorite people, and my favorite places on my favorite island.
And then we moved next door.
And then they moved next door,
not even knowing that you were there.
They didn't. Her and her husband, they didn't know I lived here, and then
we just moved in.
They moved in next door, and we've been crossing paths nonstop, just like in all different places in this area. And then they moved next door, and we're like, "Of course you're next door." So just more to the point of crossing paths and wavelengths and all the other episodes we've done, guys. So it's wild. Yeah. But so I think tying it all together, it's like this. I feel like I can be more earthly now because I'm actually like, oh, I want to immerse here. Whereas before it's almost like this detachment of like, I don't really want to immerse. So I'm going to stay on Planit Butter, but share my wisdom because the wisdom is going to hold true no matter what.
Yeah.
But there's that layer of my humanness needing to be more actualized through relationships, romantic, professional, friendships, everything.
Yeah, I have a few thoughts. It's like one with Bali, like I'm just thinking, and I was sort of tuning into what you were saying, why you like it here, like especially maybe this area.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in this area are sort of in their own world almost. Like a lot of them are even influencers and or whatever you want to call them, social media people. And even if not, they're like often create their own little businesses, like that their businesses are, overseas and things. And there's a lot of people almost in their own little worlds. Yeah. Like there are a lot of, and I wonder if that kind of works for you because it all just, everyone's sort of existing. Then they're like, hey, and then they're like in their own little world. Totally. It's like we're not as meshed in here. Right. Like we're not like in the same world.
Right. Exactly. Totally. I think that's what makes this so special. Thank you for saying that. Actually, it's a really great way to articulate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's such a good way to articulate it because it's hard to explain. Because it's like, it's like. Yeah, that's the thing, because I've said this to somebody recently. It's like, because I previously lived in LA, and it's like LA is known to be like a bit of a transient place. Yeah. But Bali has its transients, but frankly, the people who are like chosen by Bali and who operate in these communities that we do, it's frankly, it is that. It's that everybody's like, everybody comes and goes, but it's like they come here again, and there's still like the natural pull to Bali, and it's like this natural communal immersion of mutual understanding of like, we all come, we all go, we feel connected, equal. Like there's no time doesn't change anything in terms of the dynamics. Bali holds everybody just the same, but everybody is operating in their independent world within the same community.
And then crossing and then bobbing and then
You're right.
It's very
which is why whereas other places in the world, the community that's their world. Yeah, like collective.
They exist in a collective group, and I get it. I'm like, I'll pop in, pop out. I'm like, back over there, back in, back out.
You're right.
Whereas a lot of people, we're human. I mean, it's natural. Like a lot of humans need to be in groups, so it wouldn't suit everybody. But there is I find it's a very like I like it because I can just do my own thing.
Yes.
And then just bump into people when I want, be like, hey, so, and then go again. And people there's no expectations.
Zero.
I can just exist in my own world. If you want to get a little close, some people do, but there's sort of a depth, but independent, worldly separateness.
Yeah. Which is, you're so right. Because it's not like there's no clickiness, there's no exclusivity, there's no expectations.
There's no groups of being like, best friends forever and you're not in unless you're in. It's not like that. It's like you just jive or you don't, you come and you go. It's
yes. And the ability to cross paths with friendly faces everywhere. It's like all the time. It's like and there are people like genuinely friendly faces. Like you've seen them, you know them. Like yesterday, there's this dude that I see on the beach just all the time, and we just crossed paths enough that we just started saying hi. And then we're at the market at the same time. So it's like, oh, what's your name? Nice to meet you. Cool. See you later.
Totally.
Nothing. Nobody cares beyond that. Just oh, I should know your name. Oh, what's your deal? Oh yeah, cool.
Or not even. We just say there are some people we say hi to every day, and
you never know their name.
And then you're like, actually, let's talk. And the next time you're just like, hey, and then
that's it.
Yeah. And then some people go soup, and then you're like, yeah. And then
it's really cool.
Amen. And then the thought I had has gone besides that. So therefore I shall just move to the next piece on earthliness. Okay. I don't know where it went. Okay. So, hello.
I think I see it over there.
Yeah. Hello.
It flew away.
Come back when you're ready.
If you want to.
It's up to you.
No problem. No pressure here.
Okay. So I know that was that your hip or mine? Oh, that was mine. Weird. My hip just went. Okay. Talking about babies. Babies. So I know that I need to be human enough to translate my world to theirs.
I know that I need to be human enough to translate my world to theirs.
I'd say it's probably one of the biggest problems you come up against human. And it's pretty classic for people that are more like, so there are people, Anyway, we don't need to go there right now. Okay. It was like, nah. Okay. So, more on that note, on the earth part, no, on the babies, no, on the dairy, no, on something else, no. Where did it go? Is that you? No. Is that me? No. So thoughts, no, is not coming through. Bali. Something about Bali. Yes, about you being here. No, about the people you're crossing with. Yes.
Ooh.
Do we need to enhance it? Yes, I can cross with romantic partners here.
I can cross.
Is that what you're feeling?
Yes. I can cross with romantic partners here.
More about that. Yes, I can let people into my world when it's right.
I can let people into my world when it's right.
More about that, but know about Romus, know about Layman, know about Bali. Yes. Give me a moment. This is the silent part. I know why I keep coming to Bali.
I know why I keep coming to Bali.
I understand what I'm trying to find here.
I understand what I'm trying to find here.
I do not avoid it.
I do not avoid it.
I accept someone entering my world if they should.
I accept someone entering my world if they should.
In some ways, I don't know if you've ever let someone into your world, even though you bring your world to humans. I don't know if you've ever let someone into your world.
Not in the way that I want to.
Yeah. Or maybe a little on the outskirts, but not in.
But I want to.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I would like for there to be somebody that I want to let in.
I do not fear someone earthing me.
I do not fear someone earthing me.
I forgive humans for hurting me.
I forgive humans for hurting me.
I do not fear understanding the earth.
I do not fear understanding the earth.
I do not fear being connected to the earth.
I do not fear being connected to the earth.
I let someone into my life romantically.
I let someone into my life romantically.
Who can enter my world.
Who can enter my world.
When they should.
When they should.
Who helps me earth.
Who helps me earth.
And helps me accurately translate my planet.
And helps me accurately translate my planet.
To humans and earth.
To humans and earth.
Okay, cool.
Sick.
I think that's done.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yay!
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was really beautiful. Aww. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I really want to hug you.
I know, and I can. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Small time.
I'm like, woo. Any questions or something you like with?
I feel like we did the thing.
Yeah, we did the thing.
That
was
I feel like
wild. Yeah, great.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you for the ending there. That was the clean ending. That felt solid.
Yeah.
And accurate.
Yeah.
Like super accurate.
Yeah.
And just again, of course, to respect the audience being here and sharing.
Okay.
Hey guys. From that standpoint of the accuracy of what you've tapped into, there's so much that Alana just shared that she literally didn't know shit about. Again, we feel very
that many times,
we've literally talked maybe
talked to my husband like on WhatsApp here and there, but we have talked 3 times.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 times
on the street.
Yeah. And just there's and you wouldn't even believe that watching us because like our connection is so easy and just like pop pop pop.
Yeah.
And the girl yesterday that I was sitting with at the spa, when you walked in, when the way we said hi, she was like, "You guys, were you just speaking another language?" She literally, I was like, we're just kind of like that. And it's,
I love that.
And it's just more to the point of like, and I say that to highlight your skill set right now, right? Like as the healer that you are, because she doesn't know shit about me and barely knows about Planit Butter. She like perused my books when she arrived here. Like, and so she really just tapped in, and I obviously shared a lot as I do with my opinions and my thoughts and my questions and piecing it together. But your ability to tune in the way you have and connect all of the dots is so marvelous. Like, it's really phenomenal. And I see like your, like the way your eyes move and the way you're processing and receiving the information. It's like really, really cool, really powerful. And it's just, I hope everybody chooses to work with you because I think it's so magical. I really do. And so I just really wanted to highlight like that we genuinely did not know shit. And we just tuned into each other, and you got in there with your skills, and I just think it's really, really, really beautiful. So thank you again.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Yeah, and it's totally different with everyone. Like the way we move, will like people come to me and they're super straight, and it's a total like, I'm like, what's your business? Let's sort it out. Like, and we'll be healing where their business is missing points to make more money, and it'll be really structured. What's your plan? What's your timeline? Tell me the details. How you're using your words. And other people, it'll be like, okay, you're healing the cosmos, you know, and other like it'll totally vary depending on the person. It just like even my husband sometimes like he'll like, you know, be around or walk through briefly, and he'd be like, oh, they're like so different, all of them, you know. Cool. It's just
wild. Well, thank you again. And we will put your email for everybody in the show notes.
No website, no social media. I'm just word of mouth. She was like, come on my show, and I was like, I normally do word of mouth, but okay.
This is word of mouth. Yeah, you're talking into a microphone. Word of mouth.
Yes, word of mouth.
Word of mic.
Whoever I'm trying to talk to.
Whoever needs to hear this. Yeah. So, and also I will just add, Alana is an incredible painter, incredible. So if any gallery, specifically in New York City, would like to have some of her incredible art, she's here in Bali making some incredible work. I just thought I'd share that as well.
That's the next phase. That's going to happen.
Yeah. So thank you guys for visiting Planit Butter and Alana Siddle's world.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
Love you.
Yay. Have a beautiful day.